So, this is my deck list for my Hieratic Dragons. Now, this deck is pretty good going second. You actually do not want to go first with this deck. And the reason being, you are basically limited to only summoning E-Set. If you go first to do any kind of combo, you need to have E-Set or your Catapult Turtle, who basically just searches another E-Set for you. And going second, you can actually open up with Tefnuit, and this doesn't use up your normal summons. So if you actually have both Tefnuit and E-Set, you're pretty much guaranteed to get into Utopic Draco Future, which is basically your win condition if they have monsters in defense mode. But if they have a monster in attack mode, I mean, you can really just go into Numeron Dragon and end game pretty consistently with it. So the deck is basically optimizing going second, but also still being very efficient when you do draw into your cards. So mandatory 3 searcher at any Hieratic. What I try to do with this, I try to make a play first without it. So like if I already have a Tefnut and I have this in hand, and let's say I have a Monster Gate, I'll go ahead and special summon him, use the Monster Gate, and if they have an Ash, they're going to either Ash the Monster Gate or they're going to Ash him in the graveyard. They're going to do one or the other. And if they do, that's when you follow with whatever is appropriate to grab with this effect. If they don't, then you just grab this and just make even crazier plays. You'll notice I'm not using the other level 5. Honestly, I saw it in too many hands and it can't do anything for me. Since we're pretty much always going into 6s and 8s, it basically just kind of sits in hand and does nothing. Because like if I special summon it and then I bring out a level 6, I kind of can't do anything with it. So it was just a waste. Maybe good for breaking a board, but honestly, with Regeki, double Lightning Storm, double Dark Ruler no more, and I mean I have a second Evening match if I wanted to add it in there. You have plenty of ways of breaking a board if you are going second. Cypher Gamma is still good because it helps beat over Ash and can go into your Chaos Ruler, so you can search the top of your deck for a card if need be. So if you open Gamma, you want to use your Hieratic Seal first, so that way you don't have a monster on board. So if they Ash or Max C, your Gamma's live. Otherwise, you do as the other method. Now this one random card, Galactic Spiral Dragon, is basically how you're able to go into rank 8, because with its effect, you're able to change all your monsters on the board to level 8, which allows you to actually open up some pretty crazy plays. Of course, you can go into Draglubion, bring out Numeron, or you can go into one of your other Hieratic Dragons if need be, but typically that's what you're going into. If you end up going first, then sometimes I like to just play my Heart Earth Dragon if I do make the board. If I make the full board with Draco Future and Heart Earth Dragon, it's pretty much just kind of game over going first, which isn't hard to do. If you can go into one, you can go into the rest. So this is what I use. It can get to platinum pretty consistently. I have it on some of my other profiles, so a little bit mix up as well. So like some other text you can add in is this Ritual Monster. So Saphira, Queen of Dragons, she's level 6. So she fits in with the deck pretty well. And because rituals tribute monsters, you can use her to basically activate any of the other Hieratic's effects to special summon this guy on the board. Now I'm playing 2. I don't care to go into the rank 8s or anything like that, so I play 2 of these just in case one of them gets locked up somehow. and you still want to kind of make your plays, one is enough. But honestly, having one in hand doesn't immediately break you, so it's not that bad to have one or even two, just kind of depending on what else you have, because you can still normal summon it off of Tefnut if need be. So it's a pretty straightforward deck. If you wanted to make some changes, you know, add more maxis, something like that, you could. You know, obviously you can cut these down just a bit. Most of the decks, I would say on the ladder, aren't ending on a whole lot of monster negates, but big monsters are typically like trap based decks, at least from what I've been going against. So Dark Ruler no more. You can either switch out for Forbidden Droplets, which I think, actually, I might have just realized what I needed to actually put in here. Oops. No, this just sends any number of cards. Okay. If it tributed them, I was gonna be like, man, yeah, no, this is a guarantee, but this is pretty good. And so typically, because this is a lot harder to explain, because like if you open a hand like this is a pretty good hand that you'll want to have. You'll normal summon your Catapult Turtle, use it to search out another one of your E-sets, and funny enough, you actually just use your Monster Negate to get rid of it. You have Monster Born, so if Monster Gate pulls your Ash or anything like that, you're fine, because you can always just bring back the E-set, use this effect to go into your rank 6 with your Dragon that you're going to special summon from the deck, because you don't want to use someone from your hand. You use him to make your Red Eyes, you special summon another monster, and I'll have to see the board, because honestly I blacked out right there. But you can make your full board off of something like this. You couldn't make a board out of this, so yeah, you couldn't make a board out of this. So it's a little bit hit or miss with this deck, unfortunately, which is why I don't play it all that consistently. When it works well, but when it doesn't work, it's not. But honestly, if you're in gold, you can pretty much just kind of blind second with this deck and you'll do just fine. And as you can probably tell, because you don't really get a Monster Negate until very later on, there is a way that you can get Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. So this just requires a tuner and a non-tuner at the same level in order to bring it out, and you just place a card face down and you can get your Crystal Wing. So if you actually have a pretty decent hand going second, you special summon him, that's 1. Use your Sue, that makes 2, and then you're gonna special summon another monster, that makes 3. You send him to the graveyard to make your Tolzin, that's 4. Place a card face down, you have Crystal Wing, that makes 5. So if you have something like a Monster Born or anything like that, or like a monster getting your hand, then you can send off your Tolzin and then just kind of continue plays from there. So you're not, if you notice your opponent has a Nibiru, you can still play around it and you can still get a Crystal Wing if need be. But most of the time you're not going to face anybody with Nibiru, but the option is there. And if you happen to break any of your other hands and you're forced to kind of just get stuck and you don't have any more extenders, then I will say just end on Tolzin, bring out your Crystal Wing, and just cross your fingers that they can't beat over it. But that is the Hieratic Dragon deck. I'm actually working on a different deck right now. It's currently Gold 4. It's pretty funny. I'm playing Charmers, and there's the stall version, and then there's the combo version, but they're both kind of decent, but the stall version requires a lot more luck than the combo version, because, you know, that's how combos work. But yeah, I wanted to post this because everybody's been, I wouldn't say everybody, but there's been enough comments where people were asking for the deck list for Hieratic Dragons, and this is it. You can play this, you can get into Platinum with this deck. It's got enough hand traps, Effect Veiler, Maxi, Gamma, Ash, triple tactics. So, you know, craft it how you want to. If you prefer to use Forbidden Droplets over Dark Ruler no more, go for it. I don't like Forbidden Droplets like that, only because I have to give up resources to get it on the board, and this deck needs a lot of his resources to kind of combo off. So it doesn't work for me, but hey, it might work for you. And Evening Match is absolutely busted. Absolutely. All right, let me know what you think, and I'll get the other deck profile out soon enough. Catch you later.